Hello, thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Alumni Hall for a brand new episode of Mighty Mac Week in Review. My name's Dave Molinaro. I'm joined as usual by my partner, Sarah Pasternak.
The basketball teams hosted a doubleheader last week in Alumni Hall. The men hosted Gwynedd Mercy. Let's take a look.
In the middle of the first half with the Mighty Macs trailing by 6, the Griffins lose track of Matt Simon in the corner. You can't do that. He buries his first of 3 first-half triples to cut the deficit to 3 points. Now with the Macs trailing by 1 with less than a minute to go before halftime, CSAC Defender of the Week Mike Pekarski takes this deep 3-ball and buries it to put the Mighty Macs in front at the break. Now leading by 3 early in the second half, Will Chapman comes up with a steal on one end and feeds it to the freshman Jordan Ambrose, who converts the layup and is fouled. He's headed to the line for the 3-point play, 2 of his 18 points. Now ahead by 5 midway through the second half, the Macs look to build the lead as Pekarski finds Ambrose again in the corner, and he hits the 3-ball to get Immaculata ahead by 8, their largest lead of the game. Gwynedd Mercy, though, battling all the way with the lead still to 6 with a few minutes left to go, but Roy Farrell Jr. converts this layup. However, it wouldn't be enough as the Macs eventually lose in a 7-point game.
The men's team would then bounce back with a 77-61 win over Cairn behind 18 points from Pekarski. They are now 4th in the CSAC with 4 weeks left to go. They will host Cabrini and Keystone this week.
On to the women's team. They hosted Notre Dame of Maryland last week, looking to improve their positioning in the CSAC standings. Let's see how they did.
With time winding down in the first quarter, it's Annie Kahuka, misses the 3 but grabs her own rebound and then finds Bailey Cruson for the buzzer-beating jumper to give IU an 8-point lead after 1. Still holding a comfortable lead over Notre Dame, Teresa Walsh gets the rebound and gives it to Gina Kachi, who throws a perfect outlet pass to CSAC Defender of the Week Tamira Laws for the bucket and a 9-point Mighty Mac lead. On to the second half, it's Tamara Laws again who gets the steal and goes coast to coast, drawing the defenders before finding Teresa Walsh for the bucket. The game would be tight headed to the fourth quarter. Now trailing by 2 with 2.5 minutes to go, Amber Ballinger gets her hands on the inbounds pass and passes ahead to Gina Kachi for the game-time bucket. Then, with the game still tied on the next possession, Teresa Walsh has the ball at the top of the key and takes it hard to the basket for the game-winning basket as IU would hold on for the win, and they topped Cedar Crest on Saturday to make it 2 straight in the CSAC.
We're joined today here in Alumni Hall with the freshman guard of the Immaculata women's basketball team, Annie Kahuka. Annie, thanks for coming on.
Of course.
So the Mighty Macs right now are 5-3 in conference, battling, for one of those final playoff spots. 2 big games coming up this week. We have Cabrini on Wednesday, Keystone on Saturday. Can you talk about those 2 upcoming games? Maybe what you know about the teams? We haven't played either of them yet.
Yeah, Cabrini is going to be a tough one. We really have to come out strong. We've been practicing really well, and I think we'll be well prepared. Keystone, another game that we can't take lightly. At this point, every game that we play is really important as far as the playoffs go. So we're just getting ready.
And Cabrini is a big rivalry game Wednesday night. That's going to be at 6 o'clock. Make sure you come out to that one. And then also for you personally, you're averaging 7 points, 4 rebounds, a steal, 2 assists. Did you think you'd have this big an impact early on in your freshman career? You're starting now too. You worked your way into the starting lineup.
Yeah, I definitely didn't think that I would I didn't have super high expectations. I was I'm a freshman, so I don't expect too much. But I mean, I don't know.
You're doing a good job early on. As we said, 2 games this week, 6 o'clock on Wednesday, 1 o'clock on Saturday, both here, so make sure you come out and cheer on Annie and the girls. Thank you very much.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
The indoor track and field team was in action at the Collegeville Classic on Saturday, and the 4x400 meter relay squad of Jackie D'Amico, Kelsey Galato, Mackenzie Green, and Jess McHugh set the school record and finished 14th. D'Amico also finished 12th in the 800. The men's team also did not factor in the team scoring. Michael Wamshire had the best finish in 21st in the 400, and Liam Drumgoole placed 23rd in the 800. The Macs will be back in action this weekend at the Widener Invitational.
Busy schedule this week with 2 doubleheaders on Wednesday night. The men and women are going to host Cabrini at 6 o'clock for the women's game, 8 o'clock for the men's game. And then on Saturday, doubleheader, both hosting Keystone, women at 1 o'clock, men at 3.
Also got to give a shout out to the spring sports who are starting this week. Good luck. Hope we see you all at the games this week in Alumni Hall. That's all we have for this episode. My name's Sarah Pasternak.
My name's Dave Molinaro.
And go Macs.